Jokes. Listen, no get music. Why you no say this business? This guy, you are this
Shall we pray? In Jesus' name, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for this moment. We thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for the privilege to gather once again to celebrate the valedictory ceremony of the graduating students of College of Law, Igbenedon University. We thank you for your guidance thus far. We thank you for your protection. We thank you for maintenance of the corporate existence of our great university, Igbenedon University. We return all glory to you. We return all adoration. As we go into this program, Father, we invite you to our midst. Come and go with us. Or whatever we're going to do here today, let it be to your glory. We pray in the name of mighty Jesus.
Thank you, Abiodun Olusomo. Please, you may be kindly seated. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this very special university event, which is the valedictory ceremony and public lecture for the 22 graduating law students of the Oba Iredua College of Law. May I, at this juncture, introduce to you the very top university management that are here seated and dignitaries this morning. I will begin with the principal officers. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemonye, PhD FS, Professor of Ecotoxicology and Environmental Science Forensics. Thank you. He is a fellow Nigerian Academy of Science, fellow Nigerian Environmental Society, fellow Solar Energy Society of Nigeria, fellow West African Society of Toxicology, former Federal Director, National Center for Energy and Environment. Thank you. Under the Energy Commission of Nigeria, two-time DVC, University of Benin, visiting Professor, Lancaster University, United Kingdom, member, African Union Scientific Research and Innovation Council, member, Technical Working Groups for the Development of the Nigeria Agenda 2020, and member, Medium-Term National Development Plan for the Federal Government of Nigeria. You may now clap for the Vice Chancellor. Thank you. Thank you. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Raphael Ibunesa Abegi, Fellow Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Fellow Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, member, Institute of Cost Management. Please a round of applause for him. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Chief Medical Director, Igbedo University Teaching Hospital, Professor Nosakare Bazwaye. He is a professor of hematology and pioneer of the first successful stem cell transplant for the cure of sickle cell in Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you. The Registrar and Secretary to Council, Friday Benjamin Bakara Esquire, Bossa Mr. Emmanuel Eosa Imafidon, FCA ACTI, Librarian Dr. Lucky Tijani Abdul Salami. Please a round of applause for them. The distinguished guest speaker this morning, who will also present the public lecture, Prince Dr. Richard Omar Ahanogaro. He is a senior advocate of Nigeria. Please a round of applause for him. Also, special guests that will be receiving awards this morning. Let me quickly mention them so that we are acquainted with that responsibility that will be made for them. CSP Melaifa Yakubu, Peace Ambassador. Please a round of applause for him. Honorable Barrister Kolade Victor Akinjo, Member House of Representatives, Abuja, Awobi. Honorable Stephen Ehekoya Idehere, he is the Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture and Food Security, Edo State. Please a round of applause for him. He's seated there, the front row. Honorable Prince Mike Adeni Omoegben, please a round of applause for him. And Mr. Owen Okperigo, a round of applause for him, please. I will continue the protocol list with the provosts and deans of colleges. Provost Aleoluwa Oba Okunado Sijuade Olubusi II, College of Health Sciences, Professor Jacob Onuigbe. Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies and Research, Professor Mrs. Deborah Mosefi Odejimi. Dean, School of Clinical Medicine, Professor Dominic Osarai. Dean, School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Sunday Josiah. Acting Dean, School of Basic Clinical Sciences, Dr. A.S. Benabo. Acting Dean, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, College of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Blessing Olibi. Dean Sanusi Olamide Sanusi, College of Business Management Studies, Professor Damian Baibu. Dean Obadeye Emuchon Ogunwosi Oloja II, College of Natural and Applied Sciences, Professor Chike Ojekwe. Acting Dean General Abdulsalani Abubakar, College of Engineering, Dr. Roland Aziki. Post Dean Oba Eredua College of Law, Professor George Izebua. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Just to let us also know that Professor Izebua is also the university's orator. Please a round of applause for him once again. Dean Dora Akuyini College of Pharmacy, Professor Igodaro Igbe. Head Student Affairs, Barrister Kennedy Igbenedion. All members of Senate here present. Directors and heads of units. Director, Center for Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer, Professor Charity Imabiwe. Thank you. Director, Center for Presidential Studies, Professor Adeolu Akambe. Director, Center for Linkages and Exchange Program, Professor Nnamdi Nwaudu. Director, Brotai Center for Contemporary Security Affairs, Professor Femi Olufimelade. Director, Animal House Laboratories and Research Ethics Center, Professor Peter Aziba. Director, Center for Climate Change and SDGs, Dr. Spencer Nwagu. Director Window on America, Dr. Georgina Refita, Director Dr. David Osunde, Center for Entrepreneurship, Dr. David Omobwari, Director Academic Planning, Dr. Mrs. Angela Idonije, Director Alumni Advancement Center, Mr. Daniel Igbinedion, Director GST, Dr. Eddie Aibekon, Director ICT, Dr. Ralph Asibo, Head Works and Services Engineer Izegbe Isohin, Head Human Health Unit, Reverend Festus Osaseri. Parents, guardians, and siblings of our graduating law students, please a round of applause for them. Our committed and very disciplined graduating law students, are you sure? Are you all? Thank you. All participants online via Zoom, Skype, and YouTube, gentlemen and ladies of the press, distinguished guests, once again, I'm pleased to welcome you to this very, very special university event. I am Dr. Chinedu Christian Odemelam, Chairman, University Press Committee. I have the pleasure to serve you as the compere of this event. Thank you very much. Please let me, at this juncture, introduce some house rules that will enable us have a seamless ceremony. All phones are to be switched off or put on silence mode throughout the program. For those who may need to use the convenience, there are conveniences in this facility. There's one just behind this auditorium and then just one behind the platform. Just to let you know that the ushers are there to direct you if the need arises. All cameramen, please, are requested to ensure that they do not obstruct the view of guests. In this regard, they are to take from time to time instructions from the protocol units. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to, at this moment, invite the chairman, Valedictory Ceremony Planning Committee, Mr. Wani Esimadio, for his brief address. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes to the platform to take his address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Are you authentic? Are you guys happy this morning? I want to thank the college at this point for appointing me the chairman of the 2022 valedictory service. This is a rare privilege that will forever cherish, and it will be engraved in my heart. Let me begin by welcoming our Vice Chancellor, our erudite Dean, the guest lecturer, lecturers of this great institution, admin staffs, sheriffs, family members, and most importantly, the graduating students of the year 2022. You guys look amazingly beautiful this morning. Obviously, you are prepared for the task ahead. To the board of directors of this prestigious academic institution, we want to thank you for all you've done for us. To Oba Iridoa College of Law, who had given it all, each and every day, laboring to provide us with tremendous education and pushing us to do our best, even in the days we don't want to learn, even in the days we are grumpy. We can't thank you enough. To our erudite dean, Professor George Osariti Izebua, an authority in law. This great man has served this institution for over 2 decades with proven integrity and academic capacity. All we have this morning is to say thank you for the love that you've shown to us. Thank you very much, sir. To other academic staffs who have contributed to the successful completion of this tough but memorable venture, we say thank you. To our parents, guidance, spouse that supported us all through our academic years, even in the face of the unforgettable COVID-19 pandemic that brought about tough economic challenges, we thank you. But on this note, we want to promise you that your efforts will not go unnoticed, because we are determined to become the best lawyers that will be recorded in the history of the world's legal profession. To our very diligent timekeeper, we call him Baba, who acts as a check to ensure lecturers are always in class, even though they do not fail and always keep to time. Baba, we thank you. To the sheriff department, whom are in charge of protection of lives, property, including helping to ensure academic integrity during exams, we thank you guys very much. To our LOSA presidents, 001, Chief Blessing Umoyi Obuye, he has succeeded in changing the face of LOSA by ensuring strict adherence to the code of conduct and ethics within the college. We can't thank you enough. At this point, it is pertinent to state that Igbinedion University is the most qualified academic institution to impart the required knowledge on individuals seeking to make meaningful contribution to human existence on earth. To this end, we are calling on all parents to stop the search for a better academic institution, as Igbinedion University is the answer to both qualitative and competitive education. To our graduating students, graduation is the time for true reflection for law graduates. It is the beginning of another academic semester. A successful completion of law school is the only radiating light at the end of the tunnel. We must do everything humanly and academically possible to prove to the entire world that we have been impacted with enough knowledge to compete with our counterparts from other institutions, and this must be significantly glaring in our performance in law school, because Veni, Vidi, Vici. We came, we saw, and we did what? We've conquered. Let me at this point say a very big thank you to the chairman and members of the 2022 Valedictory Committee for putting together this world-class event. It has been weeks of sleepless nights and unquantifiable sacrifices to ensure that this event meets the above described standard. With less resources and shortest of time, we made it possible. Thank you to all. Congratulations once more to the graduating students. I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. I want to thank you all for your time, and I hope that it will be a memorable day. Thank you, and God bless.
That was the address by the chairman of the valedictory ceremony planning committee. Please a round of applause for him once again. And of course, you heard him telling us how they undertook that very important responsibility. Thank you very much, Mr. Awani Esimaje. At this juncture, please, I want to invite the LOSA president to give his brief address, and that is Chief Abioye Blessing Emohi. Please a round of applause as he comes to give his brief address.
Are you authentic? Thank you very much. The Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, other principal officers of the university, the Dean, College of Law, distinguished lecturers of Law College, parents, and other distinguished guests here present. Welcome you all to this historic event, the 21st valedictory service of the Obairidawa College of Law. This event today marks the beginning of the unveiling process after a tortuous 5 years law degree program in the prestigious Canadian University, Okada. As they say, nothing good comes easy, but with perseverance and commitment of purpose, one would surmount any given task and triumph in the pursuit of academic excellence. Here we are today to celebrate that tenacity of purpose. Thank you very much. And sacrifices of the last 5 years. We, the graduating students, have just completed one phase of our lives and about to embark on another. After graduation, which I call the real life experience. We are going to find it different from the student life. We will find, among other things, those things you never thought were important, are truly important. You will find out most of the times we do not have the right to choose our bosses, but we have to put up with that sad reality. You will find that knowing the law is not enough if you do not have a client. You will find that most of the times you will be dealing with people, all kinds of people, including crooked ones, and not the law. In short, you should be prepared for some shocks and adjust yourselves in order to fit into the system. Because as you will discover, you can't change the world, but to learn to live with it. In fact, one of the first things you will learn when you start working is that you will know what you don't know. But there is nothing unusual about it. On the other hand, what is dangerous is to be ignorantly confident. In legal practice, no matter how long you have been on the job, whether as a lawyer, solicitor, prosecutor, or a judge, you will always come across things that you don't know. The legal profession is a continuous learning process, especially when you are new. Don't be ashamed to learn from anybody, no matter how low his position in the office is. There are a lot of things that are not to be found in books, that are earned through working experience over the years. If you decide to practice, I suggest you work as an assistant in an established law firm first and get some experience before you go on your own. There is too much risk if you go on your own without any experience in practice. Like I said ab initio, the beginning of the unveiling process, which actually cannot be completed without the mention of this present LOSA ESCO's achievement under my leadership. One, we were able to complete a total reformation of LOSA, conduct of free and fair LOSA election, the first in several years, implementation of LOSA dress code, amendment of the Constitution, renovation of the moot courts, installation of Wi-Fi in the 500 level class, participation in LOSA activities in the national level, creation of chambers, introduction of ILEC, and finally the rebirth of the LOSA dinner nights. Let me not bore you too much on this happy occasion with too much words. However, challenges and problems you face will, in the tasks ahead, face them as they come. Be courageous,
Be honest in your dealings with people, as he who seeks equity must do equity. Above all, there is no shortcut to success, but through hard work and honesty. Finally, we have done well and must be proud of ourselves, as we never thought this day would come. But here we are today, looking fabulous and radiating in our graduating gown. Spirits high and with positive minds, looking into a better future. I congratulate you all, my wonderful colleagues, as I bid you farewell for now. I thank you all and God bless you. Thank you very much.
That was the address by the LOSA president. And in case you don't know the meaning of LOSA, it is the Law Students Association, and it's a formidable association of students, law students in Nigeria, and that of the Ibadan chapter is headed by Chief Obieye Blessing. And may I please a round of applause for him once again. Thank you. While the addresses were ongoing, some very, very important dignitaries walked into the auditorium. Please permit me at this moment to quickly recognize them before the continuation of the other proceedings. Engineer Alhaji Musa, the Managing Director, Wenja International Limited. Please a round of applause for him. Elder Barrister Ejiga Paul. He is a representative of Mr. Yakubu Melafia. Please a round of applause for him. His Excellency Chief Dr. Ali Odefa, the National Vice Chairman, PDP Southeast Zone. Please a round of applause for him. Right Honorable Anayo Edwin, Member House of Representatives, Ebonyi State. Chief Obase Elebo, President Oshiri Town Union, Ebonyi State. Please a round of applause for them. May I at this moment invite the Dean, the host Dean of this very important program, the Dean of the College of Law, Professor George Ezebua, to please take his welcome address. A round of applause as he please comes. IUO. Are you there? IUO. Our most respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu-Ezemoye, PhD, FAS, who also doubles as the chairman of this occasion. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ralph Adege, all the principal officers of the university, provost deans and directors, our esteemed distinguished personality here today, our very noble senior colleague, Priest, Dr. Chief Richard Omar Ahonarogo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, who is also our guest lecturer, our most valued award recipient, my learned friends and colleagues in the university, and of course, of Bayredawa College of Law, very wonderful parents and guardians, the ever-loving, dedicated graduate student, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and joy that I address you all on this occasion of our 19th valedictory ceremony and public lecture for the 2022 set of graduating law students. To God be the glory for this grace, for his grace and benevolence. We remain eternally grateful and thankful to the God Almighty.
Also worthy of our thanks is our father, the Honorable Chancellor, founder, and chairman, board of regent of this great and authentic university, Sir Chief Gabriel Osawari Gbenedion, GCKB, DLEAT, MIT, CFRO, the Esama of Great Benin Kingdom, and the Honorable Romanian Council to Edo and Delta State, who through a dream and vision planted these educational seed that has grown into a big tree, taking over all the educational forest. I thank God specially for his life. In the same vein, we express our profound gratitude to the Deputy Chancellor, His Excellency, Chief Dr. Lucky Nusakari Gbenedion. The Obaredawa College of Law is one of the foundation colleges of this great university that was founded in 1999. It is regarded as the flagship of the university, and I can tell you that it has remained so ever since. Indeed, we have progressed steadily in all spheres. Lawyers produced from this college have excelled in all areas of law. We have produced professors, senior advocate of Nigeria, captains of industry, to mention but few. Employer rating have been most excellent. It will also interest you and the audience, of course, that over 90% of our academic staff are PhD holders, with sizable number of them professors and associate professors. The college has full accreditation, thanks to the dexterity of our amiable Vice Chancellor and his management team. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as is a success story when you talk about the law school by examination. Our products are making first classes, second class upper, etc. We therefore charge our graduating students to follow this standard and excel beyond the record so far. Yes, agreeably, our present quota is only 100. But I can assure you all that management is leaving no stone unturned in her request and quest for more spaces. We therefore on this call plead with our parents and guardians to ensure regular payment of school fees and on time to avoid this backlog we are experiencing. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let it be placed on record that apart from the undergraduate studies program, the college has long taken up the LLM, Masters of Law, and PhD programs. In fact, our college, in collaboration with the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research, is the most sought after in this regard. We urge all interested. We urge all interested to take this advantage through the university postgraduate school. In terms of infrastructure, the college has greatly improved in this regard. We can proudly boast of the best e-library any university can have. Our college has smart classroom. Students can do research in the comfort of their classroom. Our classrooms have modern furniture and facilities. Thanks once again to our noble Vice Chancellor and his management team. Like Oliver Twist, we called all and sundry, including our eminent awardees today, to partner with the college and the university to provide further development in the college. And we are very hopeful today that our guests, our worthy parents, and of course, our awardee will not disappoint us in this regard. Let us, for once, write our name in gold in the College of Law. The lecture today, titled Life Thesis for a Would-Be Legal Practitioner, Keeping an Open Mind, has been carefully selected, and the speaker is a seasoned legal practitioner, a senior advocate of Nigeria, with high-profile cases records. His oratory prowess is second to none. I have known him since the past 30 years. A role model to lawyers. I can assure you all that he will certainly do justice to the chosen topic. The charge. My student will now stand up. I want to charge you. Everyone. To my beloved and wonderful student, you are successfully completing the first part of your goal to becoming a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Go therefore after your LLB degree to the law school. Take your studies seriously and take the bar exam in confidence. And make your college proud. Make your parent proud, and indeed your university. Go for your wig and gown at a sitting. It's a charge, and you must obey. Appreciation. First and foremost, I wish to appreciate the university management headed by our own Vice Chancellor, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemoye, PhD, FSA, the man I have described as one with a great mind, destined to doing great things. You have continuously supported the college. We can wish for no lesser. Our humble Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ralph Adegi, PhD, the man I also refer to, the gentle giant. Our very respected colleague, the Registrar, Friday Bakari. Our bossa, our friend and our own, Mr. Emmanuel E. Mafidon, and of course the University Librarian, our dearest Dr. L.T. Abdusalam Me. We appreciate you also. To our guest lecturer, we say thank you for finding time to honor us in spite of your busy schedule. To our awardee, we say a big thank you. We count on your support and partnership. To our parents and guardians, we congratulate you all for the grace to witness the success story of our children today. You will live to enjoy the fruit of your labor. To the provost, deans, and directors, I am greatly indebted for this honor. To my esteemed colleague in the Obayerejawa College of Law, you are simply wonderful. I thank you all for the cordial relationship and your dedication to duty in ensuring the success story today. Finally, let me again lend my voice to a million others voices to further appeal to the federal government to come to the aid of the private universities and extend, of course, the telephone project to the private university. And this will encourage reduction in school fees, among other advantages. Once again, I thank you all. You all, thank for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the welcome address by the Dean of the College of Law, or by Redua College of Law, Professor George Izebua. And of course, we had him clearly appreciating the Vice Chancellor for his astute leadership in the university. And more importantly, we had that charge he gave to the graduating students of law. And today we have known the secrets of their performances in the law school. There is no student that will hear the charge that you have just been given that will not perform well. Please, a round of applause for the Dean of the College of Law. Thank you very much, sir. While the Dean was giving that welcome address, some very, very important dignitaries walked into this auditorium. Please permit me at this moment to recognize them. Honorable Banjo Akunomo, former chairman, Ilaje Local Government, Ondo State. Please, a round of applause for him. Honorable Barrister Kolade Victor Akinjo, member House of Representatives, National Assembly. He represents Ilaje Eredo, Ondo State. Please, a round of applause for him. And one of our very own, the former Bossa, Igmedo University Okada, Dr. Nosa Edogare. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. We are pleased to have you in this very, very important event. At this moment, it's my pleasure to welcome for his opening address, the Vice Chancellor of Igmedo University Okada, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemoye. Please, a round of applause for the Vice Chancellor.
Please be seated. Thank you.
our principal officers of the university, our very respected and esteemed guest speaker for today, a wise choice at that, Chief Richard Omar Ahonogoro, SAN, very respected, distinguished guests that have been invited, our honorables here representing us in the house. I welcome you all here this morning. I would like to welcome some personal friends that are here. I want to personally welcome Barrister Jega, who is here. Great Josite, you're welcome. Let me also welcome my dear former bosser and the wife, who are here. My friend Musa, you're welcome. Our dear parents and guidance, I welcome you too. Very delectable valedictorians that we are celebrating today. I wish you well. Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Thank you. I can now present my speech. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with intense pleasure and gratitude to Almighty God, the King of Kings and the Lords of Lords that have made today possible. So I welcome you formally to this University Auditorium, the venue of the 2022 valedictory ceremony, cum public lecture for the graduating law students of Oba Erediwa College of Law, Igbinedion University, Okada. It has become a yearly affair of significance. And I'm very proud of the organizing committee that has put this fantastic event together. They have shown so much sense of maturity and responsibility. Again, I would like to acknowledge the regards I have for this graduating class. I've had cause to meet you individually, collectively, in some cases under anonymous cover. But they've all been pleasant, encouraging, and I thank God for your life. In particular, let me, in a very special way, welcome our guest speaker for today, Prince Chief Dr. Richard Omar Ahonogoro, SAN. From my personal knowledge of Richard, I've known him for 2 decades now, about 20 years. He's an outstanding advocate who has made significant contributions in the practice of law. You'll get to understand his pedigree when the orator presents his citation. The choice of our guest speaker today is certainly not an accident. It's a product of due diligence. His credentials always speak volumes. His integrity is not in doubt, and his disposition is wonderful. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it behoves of me now to specially welcome and congratulate our proud parents and guardians of these graduating law students. It is good to know that your labor has not been in vain, and the good Lord will continue to bless you. Looking back, I'm sure you will agree that your choice of Igbinedion University is not just apt, and particularly the Oba Redua College of Law, is appropriate considering the level of success, knowledge transfer, which your wards have received over the time. And this is, yes, if you want to clap, feel free to clap. Actually, there are no prizes paid for accolades. So when you do them joyfully. It's also the acknowledgement of the fact that the Lord himself has done well in our life. In occasions like this, I'm always in the habit to run to what I call history check and fact check. And I present it to scenarios like this because occasions like this give us one of those opportunities to exercise our town and gown relationship. The Oba Redua College of Law is a flagship of Igbenedion University, Okada, having been established in 1999 at the inception of this college. Since then, the college has consistently maintained a commendable profile of excellence in all ramifications. The college has so far produced well over 3,000 law graduates who are excelling in their various careers world over. The testament, yes, the testament to this can be found in the following fact files. In 2006, Sunday Damilola Olawi, a first-class graduate who was among the first sets of students produced in Oba Redua College of Law, also bagged the first class at our final bar exam. And that eventually started our story of first class in the law final exam, which have now become a recurring decimal as I present this fact file. Thus, with that, it began the trail, blazing effects of our first class disposition. Olawi also became the first, youngest senior advocate of Nigeria, also for Igbenedion University, Okada. Olawi's trail has been followed through by Mr. Abdulrahman Ba, another first-class honors graduate of Igbenedion University in 2015, and again made a first class in the Gambian Law School. In 2017, Mr. Olawale Jodala, first-class IU, first-class law school. Another first-class graduate of Igbenedion University, 2018-2019 sets of the college, also bagged the first class at the university and also bagged the first class at the 2019-2020 bar examinations. So it has become a recurring decimal. Similarly, the women are also following suit. Ms. Annabelle Oyefulu, a first-class graduate of our university, also bagged a first class in the bar exam and among the best 20 in that examination. As if it's not enough, Mr. Payemi Precious Owodele, who graduated with a second class upper here at the university, emerged the overall best female student in civil litigation in that year, same year in the law school. Of recent, Augusta Udemba, who graduated from our university, the College of Law, in 2014, was sworn into the State Bar of Missouri, US. Notably, she's the first Nigerian student and the only Black to obtain a master's degree in the university in North Carolina in 2018. As if that is not enough. On a joyous note, Ibadan University, particularly the College of Law, has produced 2 senior advocates of Nigeria. The first is our own dear erudite, Professor Rashid Jimoh Ijadola, the immediate past dean. And the second is Dr. Ademola Rashid Omotola, who graduated from our university and is also a senior advocate of Nigeria. Dear graduating students, the valedictorians, let me charge you at this point to translate the good things you have learned into the welfare of humanity. That's charge number 1. Charge number 2, work hard, have fun, but make history. Charge number 3, never ever follow someone who is going nowhere. Charge number 4, remember that the man or woman who graduates today and stop learning tomorrow is undereducated thereafter. Charge number 5, I will always remind you that you don't climb the ladder with your hands folded in your pockets. And so, it calls for hard work. It calls for determination. It calls for self-esteem. It calls for confidence. But more importantly, put your trust in Almighty God. As it stands today, our university, the College of Law, has equipped you sufficiently with knowledge and skills to face the future with confidence. Therefore, the challenge before you is to go to the law school, not only to replicate and surpass the performances of your other colleagues, but also to stand out from the crowd as your predecessors has done. Barack Obama said, and I quote, "It's not just enough to get involved. You must struggle to sit at the table. More importantly, you must struggle to be the head of the table." That is what I wish for you. Furthermore, it will interest you to know, particularly our parents and guardians, that we have expanded our entrepreneurship program to 17 skills, and we have also introduced master classes tagged towards our industry academia interface. The simple reason is that we want our graduates not only to be future ready, but also to be game changers and world changers in all areas of discipline. Furthermore, our university has escalated its internationalization program, which is the platform for students exchange. And this, from the next academic session, we shall begin again our student exchange program, which was interrupted by the COVID era. Similarly, our digital literacy program has improved drastically. All our boundaries are working. This university runs on a 255 Mbps bandwidth. We have a 40 Mbps bandwidth dedicated to the university library. In other words, the university is fully digital and is a prime center for smart campuses. And because we do not rest on our oars, our partnership with Digital Bridge Institute is very robust and formidable. And by Monday, the coming Monday, 150 members of staff of this university will be trained on digital literacy by Digital Bridge Institute at no cost to this university. May I remind our parents and guardians, you have nothing to fear about the quality of education we deliver in this university, as all our programs, 49 of them, are fully accredited by NUC and all the professional bodies. Significantly, the university, for the first time, will be admitting its first set of Doctor of Pharmacy, and it will be commencing with the 2022-2023 session. Our university have joined the top league of universities that offer Doctor of Pharmacy in Nigerian context. Let me finally conclude by saying that our vision is to be a leading center of development, enhancing knowledge production, capacity building, scientific innovations, and breakthroughs through local and global networks. The core values of this university remains our driving force, and they are simply scholarship, integrity, team spirit, enterprise, and responsiveness, simply called CETA. As I conclude this address, I thank all members of the College of Law. I commend you, and I pray that God will continue to bless you with intellect. You will continue to remain cerebral to deliver quality education to our students. Principal officers, I thank you for your sacrifice and your time. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, parents and guardians, the graduating students, nothing now remains but to say, God bless Igbenedion University.
Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. That was the opening address by the Vice Chancellor of Igbenedion University, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezenoye. Please a round of applause once again for him. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor, sir, we want to thank you for the time you took to mention the very high performance of our students, both here and in the law school. But because of your humble disposition, you refuse to mention that the reason for such performance is because of the astute leadership and administration that you provide in this university, and we want to appreciate you. And of course, as they always say, there is no smoke without fire. Once again, please a round of applause for the Vice Chancellor. We are very happy that our students, especially our law students, are very proud of the university and specifically the law school. And it's just like what Paul, for those of us who are very familiar with the gospel, in the book of Acts of the Apostle, Paul said he was very, very proud. Under captivity, he rose up to say that he got his law degree from the Gamaliel School. And that is what our students are very, very happy to get their law degree from the Igbenedion University Okada or by Redua College of Law. Please a round of applause for them once again. It's not just important to get a law degree, but where you got it from. And Igbenedion University is in that category. Please clap for Igbenedion University once again. While the Vice Chancellor was giving his opening remark, very important persons walked into this auditorium. Please permit me to introduce them now. Honorable Chief Judge of Imo State, Honorable Justice T.E. Chikeka. A round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. We are pleased to have you here this morning. And of course, the Vice Chancellor, Achievers University, Professor S. Aje, ably represented by Dr. A.O. Udi. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. If you look at the program, there is a portion where the guest speaker will give a public lecture. At this moment, I want to invite the university orator, Associate Professor Charles Ochen, to please take his citation before he comes to take his public lecture. Professor Charles Ochen, please.
guest lecturer to stand and remain standing as I read the citation. Guest speaker, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir, we honor today a man who touches nothing that he does not adore. We celebrate today a statesman that is adored as much for the clarity of his reasoning, the richness and lucidity of his thought, the aptness of his expression, the force of his logic, and the reasonableness of his conclusion. Mr. Chairman, sir, I present to you Prince Dr. Richard Omar Ohanuruwo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Honorary Prince of Okwe Kingdom, High Chief Ogutumise of our Kingdom, former member, Governing Council, University of Benin, member, International Bar Association, member, African Bar Association, member, Nigerian Bar Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shakespearean logic of greatness is anchored on a tripod stand. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness trusted upon them. In the case of Prince Richard, he achieved greatness by the dint of hard work. Prince Dr. Richard Omar Ohanuruwo has a rare greatness, but it's not a greatness that is faultless. Like all men, he's a man of paradox, simple without being simplistic in the position, but regal and dignified in courage. Yet he relates with ordinary person, as his life is totally devoid of undue pomposity and elitism. A dogged fighter for whatever cause he believes in, yet an astute master of act of reconciliation. An honorable man to recall, true to his root, indeed very proud of his ancestry, but at the same time, first and last a Nigerian. To Prince Richard, as he is fondly called, nationalism is an exciting commitment to Nigeria and a celebration of its variety. His life is indeed one huge landscape of courage that does not intimidate others, generosity of mind that does not vaunt, and a loving kindness for people that have risen triumphant over human frailties. Prince Richard arrived planet Earth via Warri on the 27th day of July 1961 to the family of Jeremiah Omar Olu Ohanuruwo, a petroleum marketer with Mobil Oil Nigeria Limited, and Mrs. Josephine Ajua Ohanuruwo of Odumopopo area of Water in Ope local government area of Delta State. 11 days from today, he will be 61. We say happy birthday in advance, sir. He attended primary school, secondary school, and university. Until today, none of his certificates is missing. He started his education in Maryland Convent Primary School, Ikeja, Lagos, 1973. Victory High School, Ikeja, Lagos, 1979. Baptist Academy, Obanikoro, Lagos, 1981. University of Benin, 1986. Nigerian Law School, Lagos, 1987. He was called to the Nigerian Bar in 1987. Upon his completion of National Youth Service Corps in Rivers State, he worked and cut his legal teeth at Chief Samuel Olasupo Morohundia and Co., a firm of legal practitioners in Ikeja, Lagos State. Thereafter, he set up his own chamber, Richard Omar Ohanuruwo and Co., a firm of barrister and solicitor in Lagos. He is the principal partner of that firm till date. Prince Richard, no doubt, hates ignorance with a passion and attack it from all fronts. He himself has an unquestionable taste and appetite for knowledge. He has attended several conferences and presented several papers, both at home and abroad. Among these are all Nigerian Bar Association Conference from 1989 till date. He had never missed any. African Bar Association Conferences in Abuja, Abidjan, Accra, etc. International Bar Association in Edinburgh, Berlin, New York, New Delhi, Vancouver, Boston, Barcelona, Amsterdam, Durban, San Francisco, Chicago. The list is endless. As a writer, his capacity for intellectualism is unassailable. His logic, impeccable. and his scholarly depth is unmistakable. It has been said that when historians write, he records past events. When activists write, he turns ideology into action. When sociology writes, he mirrors societal institutions. And when philosopher writes, he probes the depth of knowledge. When literary artists write, he pens beautiful literature full of facts and fancy. But when Prince Richard writes, he integrates the skill of all this in a symphony of finished product. He indeed conjugates arts and philosophy. Today, 2 books have been written in his honor: Judicial Renaissance in Nigerian Criminal Law and The Making of an Ambassador, a legal essay in his honor by the Law Student Association of UNIBEN. In recognition of his excellent performance at the bar, in 2020, he was conferred with the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the highest rank of distinction in the legal profession by the Legal Practitioner Privilege Committee. He is today the 11th Senior Advocate from the University of Benin. Prince Richard's contribution has not gone without recognition. While those who love him do so dearly, and those who are averse to him are equally vehement, it is doubtful if any could hate him. The list of award and recognition is simply intimidating. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, 2020. High Chief Ogutumise of our Kingdom, 2006. Doctor of Law, Honorary Counsel, University of Benin, 2019. Chairman, Board of Trustees, Victory High School, his alma mater, 2020. MBA Award of Excellence, 2021. UNIBEN Hero Award, 2021. UNIBEN Service Award, 2000. Distinguished Alumnus Award, UNIBEN, 2005. Prince of Okpe Kingdom, 2021. Distinguished Achiever Award of Okpe Union, 2021. The list, as usual, is endless. Sir, your life is a favorable catalogue of achievement. You belong to the history of Nigeria. You are a man of destiny. We salute your heroic courage, your dogged conviction as a person, and tenacity of purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be doing humanity a great favor if you give him a standing ovation as I present to you a Senior Advocate of Nigeria, a Prince of Okpe Kingdom, Ogutumise of our Kingdom, a philanthropist by excellence, a devoted loving father, a dedicated husband, a successful legal practitioner, and by the grace of God, the future governor of Delta State. With the kind permission of the chairman, I invite this son of the soil to present his paper titled Life Choices for a would-be legal practitioner, keeping an open mind, to present his paper. I thank you for your attention.
Vice Chancellor, sir. I think I've just been intimidated because with your standing ovation, I hope at the end of the lecture I will have the same ovation. Professor Charles has just been roped as the university orator, while he's in fact acting for the university orator. But I wonder what he will do when he becomes the university orator. So with the permission of Vice Chancellor, sir, can we please appreciate him? The Vice Chancellor of this great institution, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the principal officers, the Dean of the Oba Erediawa College of Law, Oba Atokpeye, directors, deans, presidents of LOSA, the graduating class of the year 2022, the very proud parents, spouses, children, and relatives of the graduating class, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
I have been introduced, and I was surprised that the acting orator did not stop to take a glass of water. Because my friend and senior colleague at the inner bar, Chief Michael Zekome, says if you want to pronounce his name, you have to get a glass of water. Na Ro Go. So my name is Richard Omamuremu Onurode Asamaigo Jombul Ahonarogo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and by the grace of God, Prince of Okpe Kingdom and Egwatumishi of our kingdom. Today is a good day, and God has blessed today. The clement weather with the showers of blessing shows that the lives of our graduating students will be greater than their forebears. It gives me great pleasure to be at the prestigious Igbenedion University, Okada. And I hear is IOU. Oh, wonderful. You can see I'm coming from Uniben. IUO. As a guest lecturer at the 19th valedictory ceremony and public lecture of the Obarejawa College of Law for the 2022 graduating set, at this Primus Inter Pares University, being the first private university in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Established in 1999 by the world-renowned and acclaimed Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbenedion, CFR, the Esama of Benin and the Esama universally. I must place on record my deep appreciation to Professor Osaretin George Izebua, PhD, FICA, the Dean of Law, the LOSA President, Don Bless Okakuro himself, OVBA, the staff and students of this college. Now, when you talk of LOSA, I happen to be the first vice president of LOSA Uniben, having been part of the foundation students in 1981. And I tell you a quick story. The Vice Chancellor's friend, Professor Epifai Azinge, was the student advisor, and he was a graduate assistant. And so, being the pioneer set, we had to form LOSA, as was the mood in other universities. So we had two teams. One team led by Osage Ezeyamu, the other team led by Shegun Aowa. I was on the team of Osage Ezeyamu as vice president. And my dear sister, Fumi Odushote, was on the team on the other side. But being a new university and our lecturers being young, Mr. Azigias then was decided to conduct the elections and was announcing each election, beginning from the last. So when you win on this side, those that won on this side will defect to the other side. So by the time we got to the vice president, I won with 1 vote, and needless to say, my presidential candidate lost to the other candidates. So that is growing up. So we grew up at the University of Benin. And that was where I met the Vice Chancellor of this university for the first time, Professor Lawrence Ezimoye, Professor of Ecotoxicology and Environmental Forensics, PhD, FAS, etc., whom we all know as the law. In fact, when you hear the law, we thought it was a law lecturer. Everywhere you know that you hear the law is coming. The law is here. He was a young, dashing assistant lecturer
I am a bosom friend of Professor Epifai Azigi, SAN, who was also a graduate assistant and who groomed young minds like mine at the time. So I'm grateful to you, Vice Chancellor. To say that I'm honored by this invitation is an understatement. I am indeed elated, overwhelmed, and flabbergasted all at the same time. I see the invitation as a recognition of my little contribution at mentoring of the next generation, especially will-be legal practitioners. I hope that I can contribute in directing the burning desires for success as they step out of the four walls, in quotes, of this university in pursuit of their dreams. And may I add, the dreams and expectations of families and loved ones. It's not only your dreams. You are carrying with you the dreams of your own families, communities, and loved ones. I congratulate each and every one of you for successfully completing your course of study. I also congratulate your families, guardians, and well-wishers for playing positive roles in making this day a day to remember, a day to cherish, and a day to celebrate. In preparing this lecture, I had recourse to a paper presented by Dr. Akmal Bojaga OJ, PhD, titled The Future of the Legal Profession in Nigeria. I've already made that paper available to the team and is going to distribute it electronically, this being a digital university, to everybody that is concerned. I'm also grateful to my friends, Abubakar D. Sani, my classmate of the Law School 1987, Aki Adeshomoju, Emmanuel Ekpeme, and Mavis Abada, who was the first student from the Faculty of Law of the University of Benin to bag the first class. And upon my being told of her achievements, I took her as my word and had the privilege of sponsoring her to the Nigerian Law School, where she bagged another first class. And then she went to Harvard on the sponsorship of my wife and I to do our master's in law. As if I knew that first class is synonymous with the University of the Igbenedion University, Okada. I posited that even those that do not make first class here should strive when they get to the Nigerian Law School to make a first class, because it is doable and it is possible. But I have made my own first class in a very different and significant way. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to tell you of the story of Mama I come first. As you can see from the slides, I was born in Warri, and you can easily know that in those places you don't wear shirts for young people. You go in pants or you are naked. But my grandmother was very certain that I'll be a lawyer. So she dressed me up in suits and give me whatever it is that I hold in my hand and say, my pikin a lawyer. My pikin a lawyer. But then I had an accident which left me in coma for months. I was told about 6 months. And so when I came back, I became a baby all over again. Because all what I've learned from age 1 or 0 to 5 were gone. So when I got to 6 years old, and my aunt could touch my ears, I was enrolled in the public primary school in Warri. And I was told there was examination. And in those days, if you're in public primary school, on the day of the results, you will line out and they will call the results, starting from primary 1 to primary 6. And I was told I was in primary 1A. Before then, I'd never gone home on my own. It was either my grandmother, Madam Elizabeth Anireje Olugo, now deceased of blessed memory, or my elder brother Alex Binwe, that takes me home. But on this particular day, I did not know what came of me. When the headmaster announced, Richard Ade, that was my name then, and gave me my report card. Mama, I confessed. Mama, I confessed. Mama, I confessed. And I found my way to the house. Now, my grandmother, who couldn't read or write, did not look at the results, but was happy that her grandson had confessed. Immediately celebrated me by cooking my special stew and corned beef soup with chicken and rice. And all the other little children who were not yet of school age, or those that were returning from school, were already feasting. Some 2 hours later, my elder brother Alex came and saw the whole compound at Robert Road, Warri, in a festival mood. And he said, what happened? They said, your brother confessed. He said, no lie, not confess, he come last. He said, no lie, now me the first call. Not me the first call, Richard, first person. Oh God, talk this talk, I mean confess. But that was a lesson, that to confess, you'll be celebrated. When I looked at the result, alas, it was 40/40. You now possess the Bachelor of Laws degree, and today you are law graduates, but not yet legal practitioners. During your study in this university, more attention was given to substantive contents of the law as its major priority and focus, while leaving the procedural and substantive areas for you until you get to the Nigerian Law School. Consequently, the process that will catapult you to become legal practitioners will culminate at your being called to the bar, and by the grace of God, you will all succeed. I have had some discussions with the dean, and I know that there's backlog, and some of you may not be able to go to law school as speedily as you want, but do not despair. Life is not a race. I lost 2 years from the University of Benin. That's a story for another day. I got in with the first set in 1981. I was to graduate with the first set in 1984, but I got out of school and I got here 2 years later. But today, by the grace of God Almighty, from that first set of the law class of 1984 that went to law school in 1985, I'm the second senior advocate from that class. Following the Chief Charles Nwesi Edusonwa, the first Uniben SAL, who made it in 15 years. And from the class I eventually graduated from, which is the class of 1986, Law School 87, I'm also the second SAN from that class. So life is not a race. Go at your pace. Be confident, and with God, it will be done. This paper is therefore directed to encourage you, not just to be law graduates, which you have earned today, but to become legal practitioners, and in fact, leading legal practitioners in this country. You will get my papers later. I have discussed the coming into being of the Council of Legal Education, the Onsworth Committee of 1959, which led to the establishment of the Nigerian Law School and the Council of Legal Education in 1962, and the first sets of legal practitioners did law school at Igboshiri for 3 months. After that, we started the 12 months program. You will see all that in my paper, and as a digital university, you will get your copies. Now, it is clear, therefore, from our legal history, that 1962 eraded the genesis of what is now known as the Nigerian Law School, which is responsible for legal education in Nigeria. Lawyers are by definition part of the elites. So God forbid, if they say go and kill all the elites, lawyers will be a target. And that is why we as lawyers must ensure we have a just, egalitarian, and a working society. We have a duty not just to enjoy the perks of our calling, but to see that we live in a just society where no one is oppressed, so that the revolts of the poor will not consume all of us. So no matter how we look at it, we are given a pride of place in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. It is the only profession that is recognized in the Constitution in sections 150 and 195 by reserving the offices of the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and the Honorable Commissioner of Justice for persons that are legal practitioners. Not even the medical profession, for the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Works for Engineers have such safeguards for their members. So we're indeed highly prized. The foregoing is established so that members of the public, when they see you, they don't even call your name. They say barrister. That's the kind of respect they have for you. Mama lawyer. They call you the law. That's reverence. It comes with a lot of expectation. And therefore, we are truly lucky. With recognition, however, comes responsibility. In this regard, to the extent that Nigeria is a constitutional democracy and that the Constitution is the cornerstone of the rule of law, it goes without saying that the lawyers, on being enrolled, is honor bound and in fact sworn to protect and defend the Constitution. This sacred oath is so unique to us that any perceived failure in this regard is considered a professional misconduct, which can be sanctioned under Rule 55 of the Rules of Professional Conduct for Legal Practitioners in Nigeria, 2007. And this can also attract what is known as debarment. May it never be our portion. John C. Maxwell, a leading expert, once said, "Life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you." This is no different from the would-be legal practitioner. The first question as a law student and now as law graduate is, what can I do with my law degree? I know some of you were asked to read law by daddies and mommy or uncles because they wanted you to be like Chief Awolowo or F.R. Williams. But some of you had a burning desire to read law. I can assure you that you can do anything and everything with a law degree. Yes, almost everything. Every law student has probably heard this phrase, or at least a variant of it, promising unlimited options of career prospects upon completion of a law degree or being called to the bar. While the reality, as many law professionals will attest, is not quite as unlimited, it is also not far from bleak. As a lawyer, really, you should never be unemployed. You should never. And I'm happy that the Vice Chancellor has said it, that apart from your core courses, that Youth University has set up entrepreneurial projects which will keep you busy even before you are called to the bar. As you are graduating and looking to go to the law school, it is expected that you will try to start making an informed decision about your post-law school options. That is, if you have not already started doing so, by getting an idea of the career prospect open to you. So an attempt to give an exposition on the topic, it is important to first align the key skills and qualities that a law degree should help you to develop. Skills like critical thinking, research and analysis, strong understanding and the use of language, clear and concise writing and speaking, attention to details, perseverance, dedication are some of the qualities and skills that you're expected to have, and skills and qualities that will help you as a legal practitioner. It is soft skills that raise the like of the icons that the VC spoke about. In fact, I was telling BC that maybe I should just adopt into what he has said. Because we're as if we had discussed what we're coming to talk about. Icons like Barack Obama, Margaret Thatcher, Mahatma Gandhi, these are icons who are great legal practitioners and legal thinkers. As far as life choices go, the legal profession is known to not only promise a certain measure of financial success or stability, but also societal respect and prestige. While you may not have immediate financial freedom, please do not be alarmed. As you progress and gain experience, you will be faced with many more choices, which will bring you more financial stability. Your income will increase with more experience in the legal profession. It is not possible that you come into the legal profession and you charge a client $1 million. But when you attain certain status in the profession, in fact, the client will be begging you, say, please, sir, is this $1 million enough? Please, I hope you're not offended by it. So with your stature and your experience in the profession, the fees will come. That said, let us take a deep dive into the typical career options for law graduates. The first one we talk about is the law firm. You're all aware of what the law firm is. This is the first point of call for most lawyers, where you go in as a pupil. The second one is the in-house counsel. This is where you go into large corporations. I don't want to mention names, but I'm sure most of you would like to go into ExxonMobil and go into large corporation, and you learn as an in-house counsel and gain experience. The third one is government services. Most federal and state government agencies have legal counsels. These agencies include the federal and state ministries of justice, the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Securities and Exchange Commission, you name it, the NMPC. Now you have public interest and human rights law. Many public interest lawyers work on legal aids, which are private, non-profit agencies designed to serve economically disadvantaged people. We need such services in the country because not everybody can afford a fee of a lawyer. There are also opportunities at development finance institutions like the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and the rest of it. Now, there are also alternative career choices. You may find yourself asking, am I only studying law, but I am only studying law, but I don't want to practice. This is also fine, and there is no need to panic. Due to the multidisciplinary nature of law and the multi-complex transferable skill gained during a law course, a law student builds high-level employmentability, attracting employers from a variety of industries. For example, my good friend Aibo J. Aikemokwede, the former group managing director of Access Bank, boasts openly that he has never entered the four walls of a court, but is a successful lawyer and a banker businessman. So you have multi-skills where you can go in. You can also go into law firm administration. And an area that is not yet explored is legal publishing and information, which Chief Ganifa Emi blazed the trail with the Nigeria Weekly Law Report. But there's still a lot of opportunity, especially with the electronic law reports, that people can get into. Higher academic administration, get into the university, becoming a lecturer, becoming a professor, and becoming a senior advocate. There are also other choices. But is it necessary for lawyers to specialize, especially those of you that want to go into litigation? The answer is yes. You cannot be a jack of all trades and master of none. If you come from the Niger Delta region like I do, you may want to take more interest in petroleum law. If you come from other jurisdictions, especially the digital age, you may want to take more interest in software law and competition law, anti-piracy laws, and areas like that. So there is need for specialization. So you have a lot of areas to choose from. Now, you also have corporate lawyers. A good example will be Mr. or Dr. Goody Ibru. He calls himself a business lawyer. You have a lot of the business lawyers that don't go to court, but they sit on the boards of all the big corporations. Even Uncle Julie, Prince Julie Adelusi Adelui, who is the chairman of the board of trustees of my law school class of 1987, a former honorable minister for health in this country, is a lawyer. But he sits on the board of MTN and so many of them. So you can also look forward to doing that. Now, one that you find also interesting is the defense attorney. Now, they say crime does not pay, but the crimes from criminal justice advocacy, I can tell you, can be good sometimes. So why you are not praying for them to commit crime, but if you are an expert in the area of criminal justice advocacy, you can make a good windfall from it. Now, you have constitutional lawyers, the like of Michael Zekome, and the rest of them, Femi Falano, and you have personal injury lawyers. And an area that people are not looking into now is tax law. With the dwindling returns from oil, governments, both local, states, and federal, are paying more attention on how to get more taxes to be able to finance their projects. I am sure that when you get the papers, you'll be able to see that there are vast, in fact, limitless opportunities. But the most important opportunity is for you to be a good person. There is always room for success for a good lawyer. By the very nature of the legal calling, requiring as it does the interpretation, application, and giving of counsel on legal status and implication of affairs of men, brings us permanently into contact with opportunities to either make or mar us, not to mention our reputation as societal senators and guardians of this value. Unfortunately, given that bad news gets all the publicity and good news gets little or no publicity, it is the few bad eggs in the legal profession that seem to want to spoil the more majority of us. For example, you will hear stories like 2 male lawyers engaged in a fist-off in court, 2 female lawyers, one of whom is pregnant, fight over client in the court, lawyers charged for embezzling clients' funds, lawyers charged for quoting court order, etc., etc. Lawyers are confronted with the unique challenge of both adding positive value to the society by using their daily professional exertions as instruments of the so-called social engineering by bringing to bear good governance in society. Whether this is feasible or whether it is humanly possible is mute. Suffice it to say that the verdict of failure has always been ours. Whether this has proved to be enough to deter bad lawyers is yet to be seen. The same argument is the case with the latter. To what extent will you keep faith with the high ideals of the legal profession? Will you live up to its high expectations? It is up to you. Just ensure that whatever your choice is, you make sure that you actualize it in the best legal, in your best interest as a legal practitioner. Overall, while law is reputed to be one of the toughest professions to excel in or at, a lot of opportunities are offered to anyone who desires to toe these paths, as they can develop the skills necessary to excel in even other fields. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the Dean, the graduating students, I wish to thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to address you and to wish you the very best as you make your life choices in becoming legal practitioners in the not too distant future. I thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, thank you. Please a round of applause for the guest lecturer. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. That was the public lecture delivered by the guest lecturer, Prince Dr. Richard Omar Honorable. Please a round of applause once again for him. Thank you very much. We are indeed pleased to have you speak to us and our students. The students are very, very pleased to have listened to your very, very cerebral lecture this afternoon. Please a round of applause once again for him. Thank you, sir. So while you were presenting your lecture, I became worried with the fact that we have a lot of honorable justices here and you seated as a senior advocate of Nigeria. I was worried that someone might commit the crime of contempt of law. But at the end of the day, I'm happy to inform you that nobody committed that offense. Please a round of applause for all our lawyers and our judges here. Thank you very, very much. As is the custom of the university, after a very powerful public lecture as this, the university has a culture of presenting a plaque to the public lecturer. And this afternoon, the College of Law, or by Redua College of Law, has that, and the Vice Chancellor will be presenting that plaque to the guest lecturer, Prince Dr. Richard Omar Ahonagwa. Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor, as you perform that responsibility. Please, cameramen, be set to capture that moment.
Dear guest speaker.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor.
Senior Advocate of Nigeria. It is only customary at occasions of this nature we show our appreciation in print and in a plaque. That's exactly what the university has mandated me to do at this point. So with joy in my heart and with so much delight, I present an award of excellence to you as guest lecturer at this valedictory ceremony of the graduating students of our law college, the year 2020-2022. Please accept our thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I still remember that in my office, you made a special request that you would like to be crested with our lapel, which you saw all of us wear, and I have the honor and privilege to adorn you with the Binodo University lapel, which carries our crest.
That is the university's honor being bestowed on the guest lecturer. Thank you, Vice Chancellor.
Okay. IUO authentic. IUO authentic. IUO authentic.
And since it's a complete university, these are the cufflinks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
I would like, okay, there is still this from the university.
Thank you.
When you get back, they will know that you visited the Binodo University.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Please, I would like to, with so much respect, invite the Lord, the Chief Judge of Imo State, please to the stage here.
Thank you. The Chief Judge of Imo State, please. The Vice Chancellor has requested you come to the podium. Please a round of applause for her as she comes to the podium. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, please. Guest lecturer, sir, while you were speaking, you told us that the Vice Chancellor was a dashing young man, as an assistant lecturer, a dashing assistant lecturer. We want to agree that he's still looking very dashing. Please, a round of applause for our Vice Chancellor. While the guest lecture was ongoing, very important persons walked in. Please, I want to, with your permission, recognize them also at this moment. His Excellency Chief Dr. Ali Odefa, the National Vice Chairman, PDP Southeast Zone. Please, a round of applause for him. Right Honorable Anayo Edwin, Member Federal House of Representatives, Abuja. Please, a round of applause for him. Chief Obasi Elebe, President Oshiri Town Union, Ebonyi State. Please, a round of applause for him. And also, one of our very own came in while the lecture was ongoing. He is the former registrar, Igbodo University of Okada, Dr. Edwin Okoro, and he's here with his lovely wife. Please, a round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. We are pleased to have you seated here. Thank you very much for coming. At this juncture, the special awards will be given to the awardees, and to handle that responsibility, I want to invite the Vice Chancellor and the Dean of the Obaredowa College of Law to get set with the presentation of the awards to the awardees, as I mentioned them. Honorable Barrister Kola Day Victor Akinjo, Member House of Representatives Abuja, please. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Stephen Ehiokoya Idehere, Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture and Food Security, Edo State. Please, a round of applause for him. CSP Melaifa Yakubu. It's a soft musical interlude. Okay, the Vice Chancellor and the Dean will perform that responsibility. Short musical interlude, please. Okay, thank you. Please, Honorable Barrister Kolade Victor Akinjo, could you please walk up to the podium to receive your award? Thank you. This is a microphone for microphone, please.
Member, House of Representatives, Abuja, Nigeria. And the award is for his meritorious service to the development of the educational sector and growth of the society. Congratulations, the Honorable.
Honorable Stephen Ehiokoya Idehere, please walk up to the podium to receive your award. Honorable Prince Mike Adeniyi Omoegun. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. CSP Melafia Yakubu, please walk up to the podium to receive the award.
Congratulations.
Mr. Owen Operigo. Mr. Owen Operigo. Owen. Which one? Okay. Another special award will be given to the Vice Chancellor by the College of Law. Please a round of applause for the Vice Chancellor as he collects this. We call on the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ralph Abege, to please perform the responsibility of giving him the award, please. This microphone for the DVC.
Well, I will invite the Chief Judge of Imo State to join me to give this award to my Vice Chancellor.
This is an award of excellence presented to you, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemonye, PhD, FNES, Vice Chancellor, Iberedion University, Okada, for his meritorious service to the development of the educational sector and growth of the university. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief Judge Chikeka. Thank you. May I invite His Excellency Chief Dr. Ali Odeva to please come over to the podium to give the award to the Deputy Vice Chancellor. That is the award for the Deputy Vice Chancellor, and it will be conducted by His Excellency Chief Dr. Ali Odepa, the National Vice Chairman, PDP South East Zone. Thank you, sir, for that responsibility. Thank you.
On behalf of the staff and management, on behalf of the staff and management of this school, we have presented this award for your meritorious service to the development of the educational sector and the growth of the society. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Dr. Leo Defa. Thank you, sir. The registrar will be also receiving an award, and it's my pleasure to invite Right Honorable Anayo Edwin, Member Federal House of Representatives, to please do the responsibility of giving him the award. Thank you, sir, as you come to the podium to give him the registrar, please.
Mr. Friday on behalf of the management, an award of excellence presented to you by the registrar University for his meritorious service to the development of the educational sector and growth of the society. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Anayo Edwin. Thank you. The next is the award to the bursar of the university. The bursar, and that responsibility will be performed by Chief Obasi Elebe, President Oshiri Town Union, Ebonyi State. Please, sir, come over to the podium to give him the award.
Mr. Emmanuel Emafode, fellow chartered accountant, on behalf of the management of Igboledo University, this award is coming to you as a well-deserved honor. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. The next is the award to the University Librarian, and that will be performed by Honorable Banji Okonomo. Please come to the podium to give him that award. The University Librarian, please be upstanding to receive the award. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Banji Okonomo.
It is my great honor and privilege to have been called upon by the management of this university, led by the Vice Chancellor, to present to you this award, Dr. Lucky Tijani Absalam, the University Librarian of Igboledo University, Okada, for your meritorious service to the development of the educational sector and growth of the society. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Banji Okonomo. Thank you very much. The next is an award to the Dean of the College, Professor Izebua Osas George, and that responsibility will be performed by Professor Charity Maviwe. Please to hand over the gift, the award to Professor Izebua.
On behalf of LOSA and this great university, I'm here honored to give this award to our ebullient Dean, Professor Izebua Osas George, PhD, FICA, for his meritorious service to the Department of the Educational Sector and growth of the society. Congratulations.
Thank you. At this juncture, I want to invite Esimajo Awani to please come to the podium to receive an award. He is the chairman of the 21st Valedictory Service Planning Committee. Please come to that responsibility will be performed by the Dean of the college. He'll be receiving 2 separate awards. The second award will be a student ambassador. Esimaje Awani, thank you. Thank you, Dean, for performing that responsibility.
This is an award of excellence presented to Esimaje Awani, Chairman, Valedictory Ceremony Planning Committee, presented by Oba Irediawa College of Law, Igboledo University, Okada.
Thank you, Dean, for performing that responsibility.
It has another award. For every service, there is a reward. Another award of excellence to Esimaje Awani, Student Ambassador, Igboledo University, Okada, presented by Irediawa College of Law, Igboledo University, Okada, day 16th of July, 2022.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean. At this juncture, I've informed that the awardees will want to make brief comments. May I invite Honorable Barrister Kola Victor Akinjo to please make his remark in just a minute. You're welcome, sir. Please come to the podium. A round of applause for him as he comes to the podium.
The Vice Chancellor of Ibinidon University, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, and of course, all the dignitaries on the high table. First, I want to thank God for the honor done me by the Faculty of Law, and of course, also thank the entire management of this institution for this great honor. And of course, by extension, the very distinguished graduates for honoring me at this very particular time. Thank you for this honor. This honor is very dear to me. It's also very dear to my federal constituency. And thanks for the recognition. I have some of very great guys who are here that we supported and facilitated to enjoy Amnesty Scholarship to be here. When we meet at another arena, because there's usually a legal arena and there's also another arena. These guys are distinguished first-class people. They ventilate law. They represent this institution. We have them in the likes of Omotenche. We have them in the likes of Malo. We have them in the likes of Olajulo. We have them in the likes of Ojajune and the likes. I'm very sure they will make this institution very proud when they get to law school. And I'm also very proud of them. We will support these awards with a token of the little we have, and that is summed up in the sum of 500,000 naira for the institution. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your support, and God will continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Barrister Kolade Victor Akinjo, for that wonderful speech and your donation also. The donation he made is for himself. May I invite Honorable Stephen Ehiokawa Idehere to quickly come and make, in less than a minute, to make a comment.
The Vice Chancellor, may I be permitted to stand on all established protocol. I've learned a lot today from choices you make in life. At a certain time in my life, as a young graduate from the Faculty of Law, I had choices to make. The choice you make, in reference to what our guest lecturer said, the choices you make will make you. Thank you. I chose differently. I chose to till the soil. I think my choice too is working for me. I most appreciate the Obai Rejawa College of Law for this award. It pushes me to want to continue to do more. In fact, I'm challenged to want to continue to do more. I thank you, and you must understand, as a public servant, there's a limit I can make pronouncements on. But whatever I will do, I'll communicate to the President of LOSA. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just to let you know that Honorable Stephen Eyoka is the Commissioner of Agriculture in Edo State. And just to also let you know that despite the war in Ukraine, there will be food security in Edo State. Please a round of applause for him once again. I don't know. Excuse me. May I invite CSP Melafe Yakubu to make his comments briefly.
The most distinguished Vice Chancellor of this university. Permit me to call him the learned Vice Chancellor of this university, a bosom friend, a confidant, and a member, a distinguished member of my alumni. I want to thank God for the privilege to be here in this occasion to identify with this university in your tenure. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand on the existing protocol as I represent a man I respect so much, CSP Melafia Yakubu, a very senior officer and the first zonal head of EFCC here in Benin City. On a lighter mood, don't be afraid, you'll not be arrested. He happened to be my boy, and now he's a big man. I mentored him in the police as a senior police officer, retired. He's my boy, and he's still serving. Unfortunately, he couldn't come here because he's very much engaged right now in electoral matters. And I have his message for you that the organizing committee will hear from him in less than 24 hours as for what he has for this occasion. I want to thank you all very much for this privilege. And I say, God bless you. And finally, for the graduating students, may I, as an elder ordained, I prophesy to you that you are coming back here in flying colors in the name of Jesus Christ. You have been given charges by the VC and the Dean, and I urge you to stand by that. Go to law school confidently with your wig and gown, and as you are coming back here, we are waiting to celebrate you. God bless you and have a nice day.
Thank you. That was CSP Melaifa Yakubu. And of course, he came from the spiritual angle. And of course, you know that the spiritual controls the physical. Please a round of applause for him as he goes back to take his seat. At this moment, I wish to invite the Dean of the College of Law to take over to give the awards to the students. Please, Dean, sir. While the Dean is answering that call, please, musical interlude.
My very respected Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to invite our guest lecturer, Chief Dr. Prince Richard Ahenologo,
SAN.
My Vice Chancellor, sir, protocol is duly observed, but permit me to recognize my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of Imo State. I'd like to join and support this great institution of learning by giving an annual prize to the best graduating student in the sum of 500,000 naira and sponsorship of law school tuition fee for the past graduating students as far as I'm alive. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We are indeed grateful. That is it. We also, shortly before we call on our students for their awards, we want to specially, there's a donation from a student, Olorulana Ulumide. His friends who came is supporting the college and in fact the university with 200,000 naira. I told you from the very beginning that our friends, our guests, our awardees will not disappoint us in this partnership. Now we'll go straight to the award for our students. We're going to call you in batches. The first 20, when you hear your name, please line up for your award. Blessing Emuri Oye. Okoro Ezine Grace. Johnson Omote Ego. His Royal Highness, please. Odidi Olusegun Amori Alola Moses Benga. Congratulations. Olorulana Olumide. Ebun Adenagan Hope. Ebun Adenagan Hope. Adelokiki Adewole Sunday. Mirikwe Paul Ndurim. Ezenankwo Mary Cynthia Mesoma. Igere presenter Eloho. Esimaje Awani. Adekunle Omotinesin Erickson. Ola Julo Olaleke Babs. Ijiobi Kenechukwu Kingsley. Chike Odezugo Ikena Anthony. Oche Elizabeth Ene. Obo Deborah. Oyije Faithful Chinyere. Olatigbe Kehinde Susan. Eti Joe, Josephine Kinney. Blessing Amaka Okika. Elewa Peace Ada. Maduka Isabella Linda. Idris Zena. Okafor Chindera Godwin. Idris Zena. Inuela Ibi Benjamin Kanabari. Kyo Anna Kamuno Keneya. Ayomide James Iyawewe. Ede Obia Muju Oli. Atesia Kindness Ekene Dilichuku. Oniawa Chidima Christine. Okeke Queen Prince. Ero Rosemary Elogosa. Eruchalu Victoria. Iden Insola David. Igwe Victory. Amaria Wu Ada Marian. Cover. Adeusi Paul. Adetola. Eje Mary Mercy Nu Aka. Asukwa Abasi Ponke Godwin. May I request our very distinguished Vice Chancellor after the last to relax a bit while we call on our HODs to come aboard to do the presentations. The HODs and professors Aya, Dr. Umoru, please, for the presentation.
Oh my baby, I love this for you.
Mr. Chairman, sir, one of our awardees. Honorable Mike want to speak to us. He's represented by Honorable Banji Okwomo. Please, we call you to the stand, sir.
I must confess, your body now my objective. They giving me problems, problems. My darling, would you fly with me international? You go there with me for fly. Honey, would you stay with me as I know mama?
The Vice Chancellor of Igbinedion University, the Registrar of Igbinedion University, all other protocols humbly observed. I'm standing in for our beloved brother, a major contributor to the education of those who are graduating today in your university, in person of Honorable Mike Omogbe, a Federal House of Rep member who represented Okitipupa Irele Federal Constituency. I have a limited mandate, and the limit of the mandate it has given me is to convey its unflinching gratitude to the entirety of Igbinedion University, including but not limited to the entire management of the university and also the graduating students. And he has also asked me to communicate his message of magnanimity, which has to do with a token donation of a sum of 250,000 naira. And I do hope that that will be transmitted without delay to the authority of the university. Thank you very much, and God will bless this Igbinedion University.
Now we continue to call on our students for their award, and we'll still call in 20s. You just stay on the single queue and then you get your award. Ebiya Desire, Timi. Our professors, HOD should please come out and give this award. Richman Ikogi. Mafimi Sebi Samuel Ononiyi. Matthew Victoria Eniola. Anu Cecilia Ene.
I must confess, your body very offensive.
Lendum Chiaza Stephanie. Sado Sarah Goodness. This one.
Would you fly with me?
Olatikpe Taye Mary.
Honey, would you stay with me?
Anabuke Chidima Jennifer. Dana Sophie Lera. Ige Kehinde Efelola. Igbokwe Kosichukwu Mary Sandra. Awodi Jerry Chibuke. Aturase Yetunde. Christiana Chiwendu Destiny.
See the scar on me right then. No. Cause it's a very lonely ride, I know.
Agbarakwe Odinaka Anthony.
It's all over my soul. Cause it's a very, and it's a very lonely ride, I know. Many man fall down. Any man stand up, Waiting me do side. I see the chase in my daily breath. As I play for the second leg. Oh, yeah. You see the G, see the spread, I see woman leg. I can't just see the play for my head. I mean, what I see, she did for set. Oh, yeah. Love his mercies upon my soul. Who's gonna wash the road? Man, I do the walk alone. Yeah. Steady finessing the shots they throwing. Who's gonna watch my throne?
Unworthy, Jeffrey, Chibwike.
Lonely ride, I know. And it's a very lonely ride, I know, yes. Now your powers, what's in it? Never watch over me. Never watch.
Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while we were calling our students, one of our awardees came in, and we want to invite him so that the Deputy Vice Chancellor can present the award. Mr. Owen Okperihu. Mr. Owen Okperihu.
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the top. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, I mean I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo.
I want to thank the college for honoring me with this award. But first, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Owen Okperigo. I'm a student of this college, and mature student though. So I want to thank the college for this honorable award and for honoring me. On that note, I'll make a donation with the sum of 500,000 naira. Thank you very much.
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the top. See many people there outside where they feed man.
The next line of award.
Oh no, I mean I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo. My girl say she want Netflix and chill. So
Osaze Alex Endurance.
If you fall in love,
Osaze Alex Endurance.
Your breakfast, I'm not capping. Can you see drip pull? I'm not catching. I'm not faking this, no fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. Good
Lord, God's favor.
I just want it.
Wakwe Ada Obi Princess. Magaji Aji. Lawa Olamide. Elemodu Ebubechi.
If you want to take them serious, I do top speed. I don't fit to resonate, I'm on a different frequency. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with somebody that could do like me. When I be like Musala coming up.
Queen Ezra, Emma, Egumoke. Mokolo, Ogachukwu. Eze Christabel Goshi. Ekpakpa Nochuko. Julius Tosabe.
If I broke down my business, I'ma show you go bright. All I care for the night. If I broke down my business, I'ma show you go bright. All I care for the night.
Ikechi Arushi.
If I broke down my business,
Okpalodu Vera. Olajuni Ibukun.
pátá olóhùn máa lọ́dọ̀ ó ní tẹ́ni ọlọ́mọge sílẹ̀ ó ní ohun tó fi ṣàyàyè.
Sabo Sadi.
Tẹ́ni ohun tó fi ṣẹ̀yìn pọ̀ ó ní àìwọ̀nà máa.
Anita Chidera Okoro. Anita Chidera Okoro. Ọbẹ̀bẹ̀ Bùnmi Williams. Ahmed Loretta. Ali Ukamaka Rita. Ụzọ Chukwu Ifunanya Helen. Giwa Oluwabukola Onyeka. Joy Odobo. Malo Francis.
Tani Makanaki. Sumabida do Kawasaki. Uncle, I'm still a party. I don't know nothing. He say I don't go use to play rara. I don't go use you joke rara. I don't go use to play football. I don't go use to play football. Football. Only don't take it personal. I just wanna know you better. Don't take it personal. I just wanna show you love. If I didn't like me, what I carry me go. If I didn't like me, what I carry me go. If I didn't like me, what I carry me go. If I didn't like me, what I carry me go. Come on, let's go.
Yes, apology. Just a program. That is that.
Nami with the clean in the house. Nami with the wash in the car. Nami with the cook. Nami with the wash in the clothes. Nami with the walk for your shop. Nami with the hug. I become a vessel for my happiness. So stay behind.
Kanu Eberechi Fantasia. Mbama Charles. Joseph Comfort. Carry to marry.
Even as things go, they go my way. Even the days I not get nothing I do.
Eze Ife Dibia Collins.
Inside your bus, I mean we they drive you keke.
Ọ̀dọ́mọdéyìn Olúwaṣèyí. Akpama Godfrey. Akpam, he don get since Friday. Obekezie Michael Jr. Ọ̀dọ́mọdéyìn Olúwakẹ́mi. Odúmọ̀sù Ọláyínká. Ọnụ Achinelo Jennifer. Onyeka Favor.
Kalu Emeka. Sake Ewori Semoha. Anambra Winifred Boma. Azikiwe Maureen. Ekeke Joy. She's Arab. Ekeke Joy. Mesila Deborah. Sambo Ime. Please, no student should leave the hall. No student should leave the hall. AGKC Lachiso. Police blessing Ufoma. I just wanna dance under the sunset. Make nobody stop my enjoyment. Please, nobody should leave the door. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, Police blessing informer. AGK Zila Chiso. Ajaiko Faith Chinaza. Akawe Grace. Imasi Divine Leader.
One white shoe and one nika.
And I see Chidiogo Okafo.
One black boy from Africa.
Esther Obi.
That big dream so go take me far. All I wanna
manager.
And music I do is my only substance. And I really
Apollo Idi.
I'm a diva dance. As I get money for my
Ibrahim Bisola.
Balances. I get money for my pocket. Balances. I go just
Chukwemeka Siri.
Balances. I get dollars for my pocket. Balances. I go just do any other way. Balances.
Chipe Victory.
Tell my girls black to Paris. Hello.
Ikegulu Favor. Victoria Nega. Edobia Were Rita. Edobia Were Rita. Anita.
All the ladies wanna leave me like a lollipop. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just send to the play, balance it. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just call all my guys, balance it. As I get dollars for my pocket, balance it.
I do go see Anita. Daniel. Obasi. Jambu Ho. Jambu Ho. Aguda peace here today.
One white shoe and one nika. Got no house and I got no car. One black boy.
Richard Holiday Sotoye.
Big dream so go take me far. All I wanna do is to make
Dandy.
And music I do is my only substance. And I really got plans to make the world dance. Yeah, I make the world dance.
Irene Ijedu.
I go just run to the play. Balances. I got money for my pocket. Balances. I go just call all my guys. Balances. I got dollars for my pocket. Balances. I go just do any other way. Balances. I got money for my pocket. Balances. And my girls like to party. As I got money for my pocket. Balances. balance it. I go just enter the place, balance it. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. I go just call out my guys, balance it. As I get dollars for my pocket, balance it. I go just do any old day, balance it. As I get money for my pocket, balance it. And my girls like to balance.
The favor. What did Jeffrey should we get? Because she married.
Please, if you have received your award, kindly go back to your seats. If you have received your award, please kindly go back to your seats. Ushers, please guide people back to their seats, please. We will have more time for photographs outside, please.
NigerLoaded.com.
I pray for you all of my life, that you would be my sun, my moon, my light. Now I testify, you are so much more than I ever thought you'd be. Do you see my love? I can make that sunrise in our side. I can make you shine bright from the inside. If I have to do it for you, yeah, yeah. God bless the day you were born, cause baby when you show, since for my life just start to get glow. And so I sing this for you. Happy birthday, I gotta sing on to you.
Anybody will won't fight you, and then come they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. When I get so, when I get so, when I get so, my baby boy. I'll be a soldier for you, I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got it, and you don't need to get me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. Money more best everybody, and it's because of your comfort. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down. You never let go. Yeah, like this, my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but I'm mighty, and I go run up for you. And anybody waits at me, yeah, don't be you pull it at me around. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running to you. I'll be running to you. Running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you. Running to you. Anywhere that you go to, you don't need to walk. Anything you want, anytime you come, baby,
Please retire to your seats. Please retire to your seats so that we can. Please retire to your seats. Kindly retire to your seats, please. Ushers, please assist us. Kindly retire to your seats. Thank you. Thank you. There will be time for photographs. Cameraman, please stop taking photographs. Cameraman, please. Hey, excuse. Hello? Please stop taking photographs now. Cameraman, please. Kindly retire to your seats. Let's retire to our seats, please. Please. Hello? Please stop taking photographs. Okay, please. Please. Cameraman, please. Cameraman, please assist us, including those using their phones, please. So please, you need to recognize the staff of the family. I'll just call. No, I'll call them. That's what. Thank you very much. Thank you as you retire to your seats. In a moment from now, we'll be closing this program. At this juncture, I want to recognize staff of the College of Law, the Obayeredua College of Law. And I begin with Professor Rashid Jimo Ijadola, Professor Dan Uchena Ibe, Professor Mrs. Imagwe Siyu, Professor Anya Ke Anya, Professor Onyekaibu IA, Professor Nat Ofo, Dr. Charles Ochem, Dr. Joseph Wanzi, Dr. Godwin L. Omoru, Dr. Mrs. Helen Oriafo, Dr. Mrs. Erotayo, Dr. J. Abosowa, Dr. Lugard Emaopa, Dr. Rita Ngwoke, Faith Kelechi Ekwe, Barrister Obodani C. Best, Mrs. Blessing A. Okoro, and the college officer, Mrs. Dolly Omorege. Thank you very much. These are members of staff of the college that groomed the students that have just graduated. Let me quickly also recognize the members of the valedictory committee. Awani Esimaje, the chairman, Olorulana Olimede, the vice chairman, Ogidi Oleshegun Abiodun, a member, Ezenwanko Mary Cynthia Mesoma, member, Ali Ukamaka Rita, member, and Okoro Ezine Grace, member. Thank you very much. These are members of the valedictory committee. Thank you very much. May I now invite the registrar of the university to say the vote of thanks. Mr. Benjamin Bakare. Thank you, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemoye, our distinguished guest speaker, dignitaries present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Our dear students, my job has been made easy by the fact that earlier on, during the Dean of Law's address, he had acknowledged and indeed given vote of thanks, to all of us here. But I'll just add a little in order to fulfill, all righteousness. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, on behalf of management, the staff and students, I want to appreciate all of us for your presence and for gracing this occasion. I'm sure you will agree that it has been a lovely one, a beautiful one, a successful one for that matter, to which we give glory to God. As you return to your respective destinations, we pray for journey mercies. Again, thank you and God bless you. Long live Igbenedion University, Okada. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Just to announce to you that there will be a group of photographs outside with the guest lecturer and the university management team. And also inform you that as soon as the program ends, the Vice Chancellor's team will leave in a reverse order. Every other person is supposed to remain standing. May I now ask us to please rise up on our feet as we take the university anthem and the national anthem. Please be upstanding. The university anthem. National anthem. Bow your heads in prayer. Eternal Rock of Ages, we thank you for this program that has come to a successful completion. We thank you for our country, Nigeria. We thank you for Igbenedion University, Okada. We thank you for the Obaredua College of Law. We bless your holy name for the students. We commit them into your mighty hands. And as our visitors start leaving, King of Glory, we commit them to your able hands. Guide them, King of Glory, to their respective places in Jesus' name. Thank you for everything you have done, for in Jesus' precious name we pray. Please remain standing while the Vice Chancellor leaves the podium. Short musical interlude, please.